I am very happy that you are here with me today. In this episode, we are going to talk about something very powerful and very modern. We are going to talk about artificial intelligence. Do not worry. I will explain everything in simple and clear English, step by step, so you can practice your listening and speaking while learning something new. Let me start with a few simple questions. Do you use Google to search for information? Do you watch Netflix or YouTube and see videos that match your interests? Do you talk to Siri or Google Assistant on your phone? Maybe you use Google Maps to find the best road when you travel. If your answer is yes, then I have something interesting to tell you. You are already using artificial intelligence in your daily life. Many people think artificial intelligence is something from the future. They imagine robots walking on the street, or machines that look like humans. They think AI is something far away, something that will come after many years. But this is not true. Artificial intelligence is already here. It is inside your phone. It is inside your computer. It is inside the apps you use every day. When Netflix suggests a movie for you, it is using artificial intelligence. When Google shows you the best answer to your question, it is using artificial intelligence. When your phone understands your voice and writes a message for you, that is also artificial intelligence. It learns from data. It learns from your behavior. It tries to understand what you like and what you need. So here is a strong idea for today. Artificial intelligence is not the future. It is already part of our life. We are living with it right now, even if we do not always see it. In this episode, we will understand what it really is, how it works, and how it can affect our future. Stay with me, stay curious, and let's code our English together while we explore the world of artificial intelligence. What is artificial intelligence? Now let us understand the most important question. What is artificial intelligence? Many people hear these words almost every day, but they are not always sure what they really mean. So let me explain it in a very simple way. Artificial intelligence, or AI, means that machines can think or learn in a way that is similar to humans. Of course, machines do not have real feelings. They do not have emotions like us, but they can learn from information, understand patterns, and make decisions. In simple words, AI is when a computer acts a little bit like a human brain. Think about your own brain for a moment. When you were a child, you did not know how to speak. You listened to your parents. You listened to people around you. Slowly, your brain learned words. Then, you learned sentences. After that, you learned how to read and write. Your brain learned from experience and information. Artificial intelligence works in a similar way. It also learns from information. We call this information data. Data can be many things. It can be numbers words, pictures, videos, or sounds. For example, if we want a computer to recognize cats in photos, we show it thousands of pictures of cats. The computer studies these pictures. It looks at the shape, the eyes, the ears, and the body. After seeing many examples, it starts to understand what a cat looks like. The next time it sees a new picture, it can say, "This is a cat." This is learning from data. Artificial intelligence also makes decisions. Let me give you a simple example. When you open YouTube, you see many video suggestions. How does YouTube decide which videos to show you? It studies your past behavior. It looks at the videos you watched before. It checks how long you watched them. It sees what you liked or searched for. Then it makes a decision. It chooses videos that it thinks you will enjoy. This decision is not random. It is based on data and patterns. AI also solves problems. For example, when you use Google Maps, it shows you the fastest way to reach your destination. It looks at traffic information. It checks how many cars are on each road. It studies the distance and the speed. Then it solves the problem. What is the best route for you right now? In just a few seconds, it gives you an answer. This is problem solving with artificial intelligence. Another example is voice assistants like Siri or Google Assistant. When you speak to your phone, it listens to your voice. It changes your voice into text. Then it tries to understand your question. After that, it gives you an answer. This process looks simple to us, but inside the system, there are many steps. The AI is learning from millions of voices. It learns different accents. It learns different ways people ask questions. This is how it becomes better over time. It is important to understand that AI does not think exactly like humans. It does not have its own dreams or goals. It follows instructions created by programmers, but it can improve its performance by learning from new data. The more data it has, the better it can become. Just like a student improves by practicing more, AI systems improve by studying more data. So, in simple words, artificial intelligence is when machines learn from data, make decisions, and solve problems in a way that looks similar to human thinking. It is not magic. It is not science fiction. It is a system that studies information and uses it to give smart results. When you understand AI in this way, it becomes less scary and more interesting. It is simply a tool, a powerful tool, yes, but still a tool. And the more we understand it, the better we can use it in our lives, in our work, and even in our English learning journey. A short history of artificial intelligence. Now let us take a small journey into the past and understand how artificial intelligence started. Many people think AI is something very new. They think it was created only a few years ago. But the idea of artificial intelligence actually started many years ago. Scientists and thinkers were already asking an interesting question. Can machines think like humans? This question started a long time ago, when computers were still very simple. In the beginning, computers were not smart at all. They were big, slow, and very limited. They could only follow clear instructions. For example, if you told a computer to add two numbers, it could do that. But it could not understand language. It could not recognize images. It could not learn from experience. Early computers were like calculators. They were powerful for math, but they were not intelligent. As time passed, technology improved. Computers became smaller, faster, and cheaper. Scientists started to experiment more. They tried to teach computers how to play simple games like chess. They tried to make machines understand basic language. At first, progress was slow. Computers did not have enough power. There was not enough data. Many people even lost hope and thought true artificial intelligence would never be possible. But technology did not stop growing. One very important change was the development of the Internet. When the Internet became popular, the world changed. Suddenly, there was a huge amount of information available online. People were sharing text, photos, videos, and ideas. This created something very important for AI: data. As we learned before, AI learns from data. And now, there was more data than ever before. At the same time, computers became much more powerful. They could process information much faster than older machines. This combination of powerful computers and large amounts of data helped artificial intelligence grow very quickly. Systems could now learn from millions of examples instead of just a few hundred. This made AI smarter and more accurate. For example, in the past, a computer might not understand a simple voice command. Today, voice assistants can understand different accents and languages. In the past, computers could not recognize faces in photos. Today, many phones can unlock just by scanning your face. This shows how much progress has happened over time. Another important step in AI history was the improvement of machine learning. Machine learning is a way for computers to learn from data without being programmed step by step for every small action. Instead of giving the computer every answer, programmers give it many examples, and the system learns patterns by itself. This idea helped AI become more flexible and powerful. We can also see how AI has moved from laboratories into everyday life. In the past, AI research was mostly inside universities and research centers. Today, it is inside our homes. It is in our smartphones, our cars, our shopping apps, and even in hospitals. What was once a dream of scientists has now become part of normal life. So, the history of artificial intelligence is a story of patience and progress. It started with a simple question: can machines think? Early computers were basic and limited. Over time, technology improved. The internet gave us huge amounts of data. Computers became faster and stronger. Slowly, step by step, AI became more real and more useful. And the story is still continuing. Artificial intelligence is still growing. Researchers are still improving it. New ideas are being tested every year. When we look at the history of AI, we understand something important. Big changes do not happen in one day. They happen slowly, with learning, practice, and innovation. Just like learning English, progress takes time. And just like AI, we can also grow stronger and smarter step by step here at Code Your English. Types of artificial intelligence. Very simple explanation. Now let us talk about the different types of artificial intelligence. Do not worry. I will explain everything in a very simple way. We will not use difficult technical words. We will just understand the basic idea step by step. When people talk about artificial intelligence, they often imagine a very smart robot that can do everything a human can do. But in reality, there are different levels of AI. Some are simple and already exist today. Some are still ideas for the future. The first type is called narrow AI. This is the most common type of artificial intelligence that we use today. Narrow AI is designed to do only one specific task. It cannot do many different things like a human. It is very good at one job, but it cannot go outside that job. For example, think about Google Maps. It can show you the fastest way to reach your destination. It can check traffic. It can suggest a different route if there is a problem on the road. But Google Maps cannot cook food. It cannot teach you math. It cannot write a poem. It only does navigation. That is its job. This is narrow AI. Another example is chatbots. When you visit a website and a small chat box appears and asks, "How can I help you?" That is often a chatbot powered by AI. It can answer common questions. It can help you track your order. It can give you basic information. But it cannot truly understand deep emotions like a human. It follows patterns and answers based on the data it learned. It is intelligent in one area only. That is why it is called narrow AI. Even self-driving cars are examples of narrow AI. A self-driving car can see the road using cameras and sensors. It can recognize traffic lights. It can stop when it sees a person crossing the street. It can follow traffic rules. But it cannot work as a doctor. It cannot give you advice about relationships. It is intelligent only in driving. Again, it is narrow. It has one main purpose. So when we talk about AI today, we are mostly talking about narrow AI. It is powerful, it is useful, but it is limited to one task or one area. Now let us move to the second type, which is called general AI. This type of AI does not fully exist yet. It is still an idea and a goal for many scientists. General AI would be able to think and learn like a human in many different areas. It would not be limited to one job. Imagine a machine that can learn languages, solve math problems, understand emotions, create art, and make complex decisions, just like a human being. If it learns something in one area, it can use that knowledge in another area. This is how humans work. If you learn discipline in sports, you can also use discipline in your studies. Humans can transfer skills from one area to another. General AI would be able to do the same. It would not only follow instructions, it would understand context. It would adapt to new situations. But today, we do not have true general AI. What we have now are very advanced systems, but they are still narrow in design. They are trained for specific tasks. Now let us talk about the third type, which is called Super AI. This is mostly a future idea. Super AI means an intelligence that is even smarter than humans in almost every way. It would solve problems faster than any human. It would create new ideas. It might even improve itself without human help. This idea sounds exciting, but it also makes some people worried. If a machine becomes more intelligent than humans, how will we control it? How will we make sure it makes safe decisions? These are important questions, but remember, Super AI is still a theory. It does not exist today. It is something scientists and thinkers discuss when they talk about the far future. So let us summarize everything in a simple way. Narrow AI is real and already part of our daily life. It does one task very well. Examples are Google Maps, chatbots, and self-driving cars. General AI is the idea of a machine that can think and learn like a human in many areas. It does not fully exist yet. Super AI is a future idea of intelligence that could be even smarter than humans. Understanding these levels helps us think clearly. Not all AI is the same. Most of what we see today is narrow AI. It is powerful but limited. And this is important because sometimes movies show AI as something dangerous and too powerful. But in reality, most AI systems today are tools created to help us with specific tasks. When you understand this difference, artificial intelligence becomes less mysterious. It becomes easier to understand. And when something is easier to understand, it becomes less scary and more interesting. As English learners here at Code Your English, learning new concepts like this not only improves your knowledge about technology, but it also helps you grow your vocabulary and confidence in speaking about modern topics. Where do we see AI in daily life? Now, let us bring artificial intelligence closer to our real life. Sometimes when we talk about AI, it sounds like something very big and very far away. But the truth is simple. AI is already part of our daily routine. You probably use it many times a day without even thinking about it. Let us start with smartphones. Almost everyone has a smartphone today. Inside your phone, there are many AI systems working quietly in the background. When your phone unlocks with your face or your fingerprint, that is artificial intelligence. The system studies your face. It learns small details like the distance between your eyes,